What should a good speech therapist focus on? First of all, they get to know you, your problem, your personal experience, and your history with how you have tried to overcome or eliminate or get rid of this problem in the past. They understand what experience you already have and what you faced. How do you feel about this problem? How do you generally feel about communicating with people? How much do you fear it? How severe is your stuttering, and so on? He watches, listens, and absorbs this information in order to use it wisely in the future. He watches it in order to use it wisely later. When creating a personalized learning program aimed at maximizing the overcoming of speech-related fears, and if the fears go away, there's no stuttering either. It's not possible to be completely fearless and then suddenly freeze up, resist, or tense up. No. For example, at home we aren't afraid of anyone, we just talk. So the specialist figures out, roughly speaking, what level you are currently at. Then he starts to explain the basic elements to understand stuttering and reduce it. Speak easily by practicing challenges and tasks. Less, how to speak more easily by practicing various challenging situations and working through specific tasks that need to be done in order to eliminate this problem from your life as much as possible. From your speech, this problem, then they observe and test. They look at your feedback to see how well you understood or didn't understand. Then they provide some test sessions that go both with him and in general in communication with someone after lesson. Then he listens to your feedback after the lesson. He also listens to your recordings made on a voice recorder or camera whenever possible. The recordings will show how well or poorly a person is progressing in mastering the various tools of the learning program, how well he absorbs information, how well he processes and practices what you are already working on together. In this way, he understands how well the student is progressing, how teachable they are, and based on that, he moves forward. He also develops an individual learning program and continues to work on it. So, you can't just take some standard scheme that everyone will use to get rid of stuttering and overcome this problem as much as possible. Like, here's one solution: 5 exercises, 2 hours daily, and all will be good. 5 exercise, 2 hours a day. This theory, these videos, and everything will be good. Oh, every case is unique. Every person is unique. Every stutter carries a specific experience of that particular person. Everyone has their own attitude towards speech. Yes, it's somewhat similar. The mistakes are standard, but people reinforce information in different ways. They unlearn. The ability to unlearn and get used to different habits varies among different people. It's different. It can't be the same for everyone, meaning some people can reinforce certain information faster. Some people slower, and there's nothing wrong with that. People are just different. You just have to take that into account, and roughly speaking, if someone isn't cut out for it, under certain circumstances, with their level of development, education, thinking, awareness, and so on, it's not possible to significantly improve your speech in just a few days, or to understand how it's done. It's nothing serious. So this person needs more time. This person needs more time to solidify, first and foremost, the basic tools of the educational program. Because if he doesn't do that and moves on, nothing good will come of it. That's why you can't create a separate minimal course and say, look, it's for everyone. It's for all people who stutter, meaning all people who stutter by watching this course or by watching, practicing for several hours, for several days, will be maximally rid of stuttering, and they are not rid of it. Yes, because here the teacher doesn't get rid of stuttering, but rather provides knowledge, gives tools, and offers solutions that are primarily aimed at helping the person independently, using their own strength and thinking, to get rid of this problem as effectively and thoroughly as possible. But doing it on your own This person can provide support, advice, and solutions for any concerns. They can easily send video recordings, and if something isn't going well, they can look at the contrast. They did well in some areas, but need improvement in others. Recordings made on a voice recorder with someone. He can easily send videos of how he talks to someone, and if something fails, he can look at the contrast. This is good, he did well, not so great, needs improvement. Here, his speech work was done excellently. And this is good, but here you still need to work on it. Here you need to improve. Here you did a great job with your speech work. Here a C is not ideal, but don't be upset. Yes, that is, in principle, we can strive, we can move forward, we can achieve further, because everything is in your hands. Normal, good, healthy, natural, and comfortably high-quality speech is in your hands. And the specialist's job, again, is just to help you maximize your potential, no matter how much time, effort, experience, knowledge, and solutions it takes. But overcoming stuttering is something only the student can do themselves. The person who stutters themselves, who has had this problem since childhood, and who, through their own efforts and experiences, with their own practices, their own crutches, with their own misinformation, they created many of those various speech blocks every day. The person who stutters does all of this on their own, of various speech blocks. The person who stutters does this on their own. Yes, it happens unconsciously. Yes, he has no other way out. Or stay silent, but that would be foolish. For example, someone asks you something and you want to respond, but you think, damn, I'm going to stutter. No, I stay silent. So practically no one does it, but that would be kind of abnormal. And they are pushing, they are trying to convey this information in any way they can. The information itself is becoming all less interesting to them. How can I quickly get rid of this shame from these speech grimaces that they use one way or another? So some people try to convey everything with minimal grimaces, and they manage to do that. And some people, for example, especially when you're talking on the phone and your conversation partner can't see you but is listening, they really make the most exaggerated grimaces, like it was for me. On the surface, the voice sounds more or less okay. The speech is choppy, and you can tell that you're struggling, but it's somewhat smooth, like there are no major pauses. But you just squeeze it out of him, and somewhere it still just feels that way. Yes, all of this, and it's not an indicator. You can fool anyone, just not yourself. So, you shouldn't deceive yourself in the first place to avoid self-deception. Understand, you can only overcome stuttering on your own. But I do it with the professional support of a knowledgeable specialist who has experience solving this problem, positive experiences with students, in solving, overcoming, and eliminating this problem. I've had various positive dynamics with different students.